He's
Mellow
bullshit.
vibes are just what I need, but I'm gonna fall asleep.
You want me to switch it to the metal?
Wake up slowly.
Yeah, this morning felt like a whatever fucking channel this is.
Celestial
Smooth.
jazz.
No, it's oh, lo-fi hip hop. That's what it is. Lo-fi. Which is different than the hi-fi hip hop, apparently, according to the kids.
Lo-fi, hi-fi, Wi-Fi.
High five. Alright, let's unplug that. Let's plug that back in. New audio. Nope, I don't want that. Go away. Don't switch. So one thing I don't like about Discord is every time you plug something in, it asks you if you want to switch to it. No. No, sir, I do not. Thank you for asking, though. Hey, there I am. Look, Mom, it's me, Margaret. That's how that book goes, right?
I don't remember that book.
I don't know. I don't know what that book is. I never read it. I don't think it's for guys, is it?
I think there's an Are You My Mommy?
I am not your mother. I'm your daddy.
Just got a message that Tom M. Norm is live. So, for all those of you listening to us out there, we're live. Oh, wait.
Allegedly.
It's kind of redundant.
Yeah. I saw a plant lamp in the chat. Hello, Mr. Lamp of Plants. I'm going on little sleep, so I am tired. So this...
Uh-oh, what were you doing last night?
Nothing. We were just up late. Ooh, that coffee's hot. Holy shit. I just burnt my lip. Fantastic. Oh. Oh.
Go grab an ice cube.
I'll tough it out.
The rest of the show, you're talking with a fat lip.
Give myself a lisp. So, burnt my lip.
That'd be great.
So how's your weekend?
Good. Tree got up last week. Got mostly decorated last night. So.
You seem really quiet. Why is that? Talk some more.
Here, let's see. Is it my microphone in the wrong spot? How's that?
Hey, talk some more.
We're putting up some Christmas lights outside today, probably before the Packer game. Can watch some Packer game. How am I sounding?
Great.
That's. I'll wait for everybody else to come on. I might just need to turn it up on the stream. We'll see what Cooch has to
you
say.
don't have to wait long.
Yeah.
Sorry, dudes. I was just making some breakfast for the little people.
Anytime you want to come here and make some breakfast, you know.
I do make one hell of a egg sandwich.
Find some bacon, you know, even if Zoe has to bring it.
I'd be into Zoe bringing some bacon. From the other side of the world, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. She's been in the U.S. for the last, 2 weeks, though, I think, or week and a half.
Oh,
There's
really?
a snowy background.
It all melted here.
I didn't realize that.
It was a limited. It popped up as a limited edition. No, I don't want to focus. I'm going to turn off non-video participants.
Wow, why is everybody so quiet?
I think it's just here for a little while.
Oh,
I
makes
baked him
sense.
this morning because Zoe's at a convention, so I knew she wouldn't be bringing any.
Smart. I'm wearing my jealous face right now. Because even though I had bacon in my egg sandwich, I could always go for more bacon. So how's everyone doing on this fantastic Sunday morning?
What in the actual fuck
Hey,
is
bacon,
going
how do you
on?
think I'm doing?
Yeah, I know how
Yeah.
John's doing right now.
How's
It's like Christmas morning a week early for John.
Ryan? I heard you maybe possibly got a present in the mail yesterday. Did you open it?
Yeah, I mean, not in the mail, but my wife
Oh,
brought one home. Is that what you mean?
from some friends of ours.
Oh,
No.
oh yeah. Oh, I definitely did open that. So Dee stopped by and she got everybody adult coloring book of pooping animals. And I don't know, Jeff, if you pawed through it, but the most disgusting one is like the marsupial hanging from a tree with a dangler coming out. Oh my god! I almost threw up when I saw it. It was the worst.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I glanced at a couple pages, but yeah.
Oh, oh man, so bad. But very fun. My kids got a huge kick out of it too. So,
I bet.
but yeah, it's just ridiculous. I told my son later he'll talk to you, particularly about opening your present. That was a real exciting time for him too. So.
Okay, yeah, I forgot to mention if you should save it for Christmas, open it right away. So I was gonna tell you whatever you want.
I mean, go ahead and tell him there's a giant box with his name on it. Go ahead and wait a week. But
Cool.
other than
Man.
that, everything is fantastic here. Mother-in-law's in town, which means I'm eating my weight in cookies and treats. So,
As one does.
as one does. Which for me is exceptional.
I Friday night started Eberron campaign.
Oh, how's that?
It's very, very interesting. It is so
Awesome.
lighthearted and different. It's a lot like this campaign, and it makes me happy.
Ah, that's where it should be, right?
It's too tense and dramatic when you're level 20, saving the world.
Yeah,
When
that
you
happens.
when you wake up in the morning, you think I'm gonna cry today. That's not always the best mindset for
Yeah.
concentrate. Although it might happen naturally, it's like, especially in the last couple episodes, you know
That's
what's gonna
awesome.
happen.
Yeah, exactly. Started watching The Witcher season 2 last night.
How many episodes are you in?
2. We watched 2. So
Yeah, I'm same place, exact
that
same
is-
place.
oh my god, so damn good.
It's so hard. I basically want the kids to like go play outside and not hang out with them, just so I can have more Witcher time. But I also want to abandon my family and go see the new Spider-Man movie too. But I know, they want to see it too. So
Well, here's my here you can take away my geek, or at least part of my geek cred card is I haven't seen Far From Home yet, so I can't go see No Way Home yet, and I want to see No Way Home badly.
I tell you, the 3 Spider-Man movies are the premier. Like, they're the best out of all the stuff. Like, it's just the most interesting stories of all the other stuff going on.
Yeah,
Although
they're really
I've
good.
been pleasantly surprised with the Hawkeye thing for all if you have Disney Plus.
Haven't started that one yet. Want to though.
It's pretty good. I mean, it feels a lot smaller, obviously. Like, it's just Hawkeye, so he's not walking through portals and ending up on the other side of the world or anything, but it's good.
If you want a family thing to watch, Ryan, if you got Disney Plus and you want a family thing to watch The Mysterious Benedict Society.
We watched that already.
That was very
Yeah,
fun.
That was fantastic.
I love that.
I love what's the lady's the lady that's in it that was also in Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, the secretary chick.
Yeah, she is.
She's
great.
hilarious.
She was in What We Do in the Shadows too.
Kristen
Mhm.
Shaw.
In the last season. Oh man, every time she's on screen, it's like screen stealing stuff. She's funny. But how we doing, Tom? How do we sound this morning?
It's
Other
fine.
than me eating.
Because I sound like an angel. I know that.
Well, you always sound like an angel. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's neither here nor there. No,
Or
I don't
Jeff,
know.
you're both
Microphone
here
is
and
working.
there.
Yeah, Discord's. Or my setup is being wonky and dumb. But no, we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah. Wednesday got the iOS upgrade, and it fixed the headset thing.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was nice.
It sounds good. John, you might
Yeah,
need to
it
put
sounds
your
great.
mic a little closer to your mouth.
I'll avoid doing that while I finish this last piece of bacon, then I will.
Yeah.
No,
Yep,
see,
I
see,
assume
he's
that's what
looking
you're
to
doing.
enjoy the bacon with you, so he wants to hear it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, do it for the audio
The
weirdos in the
ASMR
crowd.
bacon.
Plant Lab's here, I believe. So he's
Do
one
it
of
for
those
the
guys that
audio.
really likes the sounds of chewing, and if you put your feet on stream, as you're chewing, you'll just instantly die of a stroke.
It was funny because on Wednesday nights, occasionally, if someone's eating, I'll sit in the background and make chewing noises while their microphone is off, and then they'll look around like, wait, that wasn't me.
Nice.
Awesome. I really love our Wednesday night campaign. I just wish it would go faster. Like, John, think a large campaign, and then also add in the complexity of like I'm not sure exactly how to work the system to make it do what I want it to do, because it's online through Fantasy Grounds, and it's just like when we're going through the world, it's really interesting, and when we get into combat, it just seems to take the entire night for one combat, and it moves so smoothly on all the other places. But we were on that demon combat, and I think it was like a night and a half.
That is part of the reason, and depending on your level, as you get up to like once you get beyond level 12 in 5e and D&D in general, once you get beyond level 12, combat gets really long, and that was part of my issue with the 7-player campaign. Is like, yeah, D&D and 5e gets along with 4 or 5 players, and
Mhm.
7, and
Right. I think that's
So
what we
you
have
have that.
on Wednesdays is 7.
And I have not found a system. Granted, I have not looked in about a year and a half, but I have not found a system online that is elegant enough to handle D&D combat. There's a bunch of neat little things that you can use and do and set up, but I'm a busy man.
Well, and I tell you,
I don't want to take 8 hours to plan out my adventure maps and stuff for combat to something
this
that might
is-
not the players might not even encounter.
Well, this is why I give Scott all the credit in the world, because they've got this world fleshed out, but he gets into the details of Fantasy Grounds, how to add sounds when you make a certain attack, how to structure a map and stuff like that. So he's got it. I mean, he is spending a lot of his free time setting this up, and
I
it
enjoy that
just
thing.
like it is really cool in the world
If you
when he does that.
watch that video we were talking about last week, and you can see some of the stuff of how that gets built, it is very finicky, and it's amazing what goes into it.
I've watched a lot of tutorial videos and stuff of things like that. So, and I'm still looking for a very elegant solution. And something that isn't going to cost me a ton of money.
Yeah,
Or
that's
money at all,
that's
if
what I'm
possible.
using with the
Mhm.
stuff I'm doing it with building those maps, and then I'm using the Foundry virtual tabletop. Basically, I export it as a virtual tabletop file, which all the walls and stuff that are built in my map automatically get transposed into the tabletop, so I don't actually have to rebuild the walls and put in the lines for line of sight. Same with the lighting. I can just plop in my lighting for like candles and all that stuff, and it carries over into the tabletop. And then I guess what the fuck?
There's a fireplace in the middle of your lake there.
Is that this dude? I mean, is that the same guy? Like right there?
I don't think so.
Is he
I thought
chilling
it was
on your coffee? He's asleep on a raft there.
It says
thought
it's
it was a
Wumpus
bridge.
vacation. Like Hunt the Wumpus.
Your fireplace showing up, I thought it was a bridge. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God,
why is there a
Hunt the
bridge?
Wumpus.
Like, no.
It looked like a bridge.
Texas Instruments Hunt the Wumpus. Holy shit. That's a flashback.
Right? We had a good time.
If you find a
playing
mod,
that.
let me know. I'd love to play that these days.
It
Oh,
would
you
be
could
fun.
probably do a... Here, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let me just do Hunt the Wumpus.
You know what time it is, Tom.
The
I'm gonna go back here.
Yeah, I do.
Wumpus
I really do.
game. I think he's the creator of the game. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Two Nerds, One Quest. I am your host and DM, JC Dittmer, here with these three nerds because math is hard. The man pointing at me, trying to surprise me, but Crix is coming in and saving my life, is one Tom M. Norman playing Aaron on this morning. How you doing,
I
buddy?
had you. Genius even said. Genius even said it. Like, now is a great
Oh,
time for this.
Yeah.
My fault.
I'm getting better and picked up on things. And then when Crixus said it, I said, yeah, I kind of figured we did because everyone got very quiet that we went to title. Oh, that man alerting me and saving my bacon. Actually, I didn't save any bacon. My bacon's gone. That is one Ryan Crixus Kukta. How you doing this morning, bud?
Hey, it's a fantastic Sunday morning here in paradise where it's barely 10 degrees and having a good time all day. So,
Wow, it's colder down there than it is up here. It's
Is it?
21 up here, apparently.
oh, okay. I woke up and it was in the teens, and I was like, I'm not going out there all day then. But
Yeah, no.
we'll see
I'm
what
going to hockey.
happens.
I'm going to my nephew's
Um,
hockey game later, and that's about my venturing out into the world today. So,
Right, that's reasonable.
Yeah, I'm thinking about putting lights on the house today, so we'll see if that happens or not.
that man doing some electrical engineering is one Jeff Doc Williams. How you doing this morning, buddy?
Good, good. Glad to be here. D&D, love it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man,
Oh,
my
yeah.
lights have been on my house for like a solid 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
I-
Yeah. My girlfriend went and put all her stuff up last 2 months ago in October. It was
Ye-
kind of warm. She's like, I'm going to put it all up now. I'm not going to turn any
Yeah,
of it on,
I-
but I'm going to put it up.
Smart.
I've been talking about putting them on the house for the last 2 months, but, you know.
Smart.
My question is, why now? I mean, you're less than a week away. Why? Why even bother?
Well, you know, sometimes it snows in April and you want to turn the lights back on.
He's not wrong.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm one of those.
it's beautiful all year round.
There was a year I left the lights on the house the entire year.
The year we had Raina, we left the Christmas tree up till Easter. So,
Nice. Nice.
As long as it's still alive, right?
Yeah, exactly.
fake tree.
Nice.
Oh, big tree. Oh, well, then why not go for 365?
I give one of my wife's relatives. They leave the Christmas tree up year round, and they just take the decorations off and change it for the different holidays.
Yep, I knew someone like that too near the high school I went to,
That's fun.
and they had a house in a big open window, and you'd see it. You go by it Halloween, there's little pumpkins hanging on it, and you go by it Easter, it's all rabbits and stuff.
Hmm. All
So
right.
how
well,
about the D&D?
Yeah, exactly. We gotta
recap from.
do a tree with like D&D spells, ornaments, and
There
stuff
you
on
go.
it, or dice. Oh, that would
Miniatures.
be cool.
Miniatures.
Tree with dice and minis hanging on it. Oh,
Yeah.
we gotta do a D&D tree next year. Hell yeah.
That sounds fun.
Oh,
All right. I'll do the recap while he's.
Seeing as how it's been 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and I wasn't here last week. I was in the
It's
snow.
been a
I'm
couple
sorry,
weeks. So yeah, we started in just at the start of combat as the rock came down and started the combat. While the rock was coming down, the whale was coming up. Then the rock grabbed Doc, and then the rock went up, and Doc went up, and then Doc got away, so Doc came down. Thankfully, Featherfall slowed his down, but then the rock came back down to grab Doc again, and then Doc and the rock went back up, and then Doc came back down again. Meanwhile, the whale was coming up, and so then Doc came down, and Aranon decided then to crit on the rock, and then the rock came down again and made some pancakes out of Crixus and Doc, and at that point, Doc was way down, so he needed Crixus's last heal, so that Doc came back up just briefly, or just enough. So then we hopped on the whale, and then the whale went down and brought the rock down with him, and then we traveled down under the water, but our spirits were up, so that's good. Then we slept for a couple nights on the whale, and came up to the sun also coming up. So last session was a lot of ups and downs.
That has got to be my favorite recap ever.
A lot of ups and downs.
So
All that
if you
to say,
think that's good, you'll enjoy it. Now I have to apologize; these aren't exactly limericks, but you might recognize the tune here. So the Doc and the rock go up and down, up and down, up and down. The Doc and the rock go up and down 4 or 5 rounds. Don't want to leave Crixus out of this, so if you're Crixus and exhausted, take a knee, scratch your spell slot, channel divinity. If you're Crixus and exhausted, got a friend who needs defrost and inspiration, all been lost to take a knee. And give these guys a moment to recover here, because I don't want to leave Aranon out.
Oh
It's
shit!
impossible.
holy shit.
Let me know when you're ready.
Sure, go for it.
Are you ready? Here we go.
No.
All right. Hot, there's no doubt. He's about as cold as a knucklehead trout. If you flame or steam him, he will shout. Don't tip him over now, just chill out.
That's special.
Oh my
I got
gosh.
nothing. I got
Merry
nothing.
Christmas, everyone.
The
Merry
best
Christmas.
recap ever, right there, folks. Hey, wow, if I do this, it looks like my arms are gone.
Not wrong.
You look like me after our next battle.
Yeah. This is what you look like with no man hands.
All right. So we are waking up on day 76 of Aranon's journey to the first sunrise Icewind Dale has seen in a long time.
Yay! So,
Like
Oh,
Jacques
surface.
Cousteau.
you service.
This is day
bubble
76 of our
breaks.
journey.
The bubble breaks the layer of the water. You see in the distance the sunrise. Now, he ended up at his bell, his dock, where you guys actually got on him for the first time. Take a ride. You are south of Revel's End. You are west of 10 Towns. What would you like to do?
So I think the consensus was we were all gonna go to Brynshander, trade in monies, pimp ourselves out. Well, that sounds bad. Pump ourselves up to the crowd. and kind of regroup, see if we can get some more potions of healing, stuff like that.
So you're gonna head back to 10 Towns, head towards Brynshander. Okay.
So we gotta make sure we enter the town like kind of singing the praises of ourselves as the bringers of dawn. So, you know, TBD, the bringers of dawn are here.
The Bringers of Dawn. The Valine, her sleds are there with her dogs. You asked about your dogs last time, where you left them. They ran along with you guys. I imagine they're in Tourmaline with, I think that's where the last time we mentioned them. And Marta probably would have had them stabled or been taking care of them for you, seeing as how you guys didn't have any sleds. So
That's right.
your dogs are there. You've been relying on Valine's dogs for the last dog sleds for the last several adventures.
Hers are like dire wolves, right?
Mhm.
So they were
Yeah.
moving a little faster than your standard
Absolutely.
dog.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring you they bring you with haste to Brynshander. That is, I should actually pull up Brynshander. Let's make a new window and pull up Brynshander because I don't have that up.
I wonder if I
Um,
still have Brynshander's map.
Big circular map. If you have a folder for maps and the thumbnail, it's a huge ass circle map of a town. So entering, do you do anything special as you enter the town of Brynshander? Like to announce your arrival?
Yes, Crixus would like to. I don't have that power, but Crixus is looking to use a performance as I kind of play on my instrument and also kind of just generally singing the praises of TBD and kind of showing the battle with the rock and us standing victorious at the dock. There's no mention of you know, me and Aranon having our disagreements. There's no identifying that Crixus is exhausted. Basically, we're destroying the rock handedly and then jumping up and down on the dock and then turning around and the sun's coming up basically on my performance. So
As the sun's coming up behind you, you're standing on the dog sled. Valine's like guiding the dog sled behind you, but you're standing on it, just kind of jammed. Not as extreme as the guy playing guitar in what the hell?
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes, not as extreme as that guitarist, but a similar vibe, an attention-getting vibe.
No, I
You're there.
picture
You have the images swirling in front of you, and
I picture Crixus
yeah,
being
and
strapped
for any
to
of
the
those
front.
that are catching up, I'm sorry, Tom, for any of those that are catching up, I have magical loot, and that loot allows me to create images, basically illusions while I play it. So my intention is to do this stuff as like people are watching a 3D concert with the illusions.
That's dope. Dope.
exactly. You were saying, Tom?
Oh, I was just saying I picture Crixus being standing on top of everything, just doing that whole Mad Max Fury Road, like just rocking out like his brains are gonna fly out.
If
It's,
only we
it's
had a giant truck with speakers.
Yeah. You got thaumaturgy, don't you?
Yeah, maybe I do.
Thaumaturgy, you're projecting your voice and the sounds. You actually make quite the entrance. I mean, for the Sword Coast, this is a spectacle, especially for 10 Towns. It's a small rural community in the north. You put on quite the show as you guys enter in, explaining the and projecting and showing the battle with the rock. And um, you pull right up, I imagine, through the north gate and right near the Northlook Tavern. Right away. Um, it's early in the morning. You do have some of the attention. The people are, although not as many for some reason, like the population seems less than before. If just a quick thought, you'd say you would assume some of them have left to help the other 10 towns rebuild. Um, but the people that are there are kind of in wonderment of the dawn still. And this is like the third dawn they've had, and they're still coming out, and some of them are still like, wow, it's really bright. Damn the snow. If you've ever lived in a snowy environment, you understand that covering your eyes like that and then covering your eyes from the snow, the reflection of the sun on the snow.
Plus, probably they're walking out of a tavern, and those are always dark. So
Exactly.
Oh wait, it's
Their
not
homes.
Wisconsin.
No.
Brynshander.
I'm not gonna
No.
lie, it does sound like. Actually, what's the one that had the farting bar? The
Oh, that was Tourmaline.
okay, yeah, Tourmaline sounds
Or
more
no.
like Wisconsin.
That
But
was Brynshander, I think, wasn't
was it?
No, it was the place
No.
with the mine. A
Oh
beautiful
yeah,
mine.
yeah.
Well, whatever city
Right.
that is, that's definitely
I can tell you in a second.
us.
Oh yeah, it's Tourmaline.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
It's Tourmaline. I was right. Trust your instincts. So, you come in, unload. There's a crowd that gathers and picks up on TBD, the Bringers of Dawn. And it doesn't take long before rumors start to flow around, and it gets blown up into a bit more grandiose thing, and some people are saying Oral has been defeated. And then there you start hearing here and there in places like, have you heard of the Belching Dragon? That's their bar. And stuff like that is kind of hitting, and you hear in amongst the crowds. You do end up. Oh, you see Devessa Shane actually come up to you, and she looks at you and is like, "We owe you a great debt. We have not seen a dawn in many, many years. People are hopeful that this long winter may be ending at last. Although it never gets very warm up here in the first place, but we may see days where we might not need all the coats and the gloves."
I think we need to tell the speaker, set the story straight, and just say, it's a small step in the right direction. However, Oral has not yet been defeated. This is a victory well fought and earned by our people, but the war is not yet over.
Would you be willing to speak to the public on this? Just what you just said to me. I have a
I'll say
feeling
yes.
coming from
Crixus
you-
would love to speak to the public.
Let me organize a rally. I will organize a rally for later this afternoon and get the whole town here, and then we can send messengers out to the other 10 towns. Just let them know that although the dawn came, we're still not out of the clouds.
Crixus believes that the best place, and he communicates this to Devessa Shane, would be right next to the Belching Dragon. So if we could organize some sort of platform right there, That would be the best place for it.
That's in. You're in Lonelywood, though. Your bar, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's right. I'm sorry.
Guess what,
So
town?
we don't
We're
wanna
going
bring
on a
all
road
these
trip.
people to- Yeah.
Let's pack up the whole population and head north.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
So she sets up she heads off and goes to set up. There's a town square that she's got to prep for this. And it's almost kind of like she sounds like she's going to make it like a mini festival for you guys. And start setting up all the stage and everything, and starts rounding up people, the sheriff, and as you're sitting there, kind of looking, debating what you're going to do next, a familiar face walks up to you and trying to find her name.
In the interim, I'm just talking to the rest of TBD and just making sure we have a good, like a story to tell, and make sure we're all on the same page about what the communication is. We don't want to lie to the people, but we also don't want to give them hope and not feel like they'll remain under the stranglehold of Oral forever. So just making sure we have a good story to tell.
And I would just interject and mention to Crixus that we should probably let them know that, you know, this is a temporary fix, and if Oral finds another dragon to fly on, that we'll be right back to where we were. So we need to make haste.
Mishan.
Crixus doesn't acknowledge Aranon's idea, but listens and internalizes it.
Oh, that's how we're doing this now, huh?
The priestess of the House of the Morning Lord comes up to you in the middle of your discussion. Her name Mishan. There is a little what the fuck are they called? I am brain farting this morning. The little guys.
Did somebody kill too many brain cells?
Chewinga. The little Chewinga sitting on her shoulder. And she says, "Hi, thank you for the light, bringing the light of the Morning Lord back to the people of Ten Towns. Where is your companion, the lady?"
I'm just gonna give like a quizzical look, like Ellie.
Yeah, that was.
I think that's her name.
Yes.
She is back.
um,
She's back maintaining the tavern. She decided that she needed a break from adventuring, since that is not her life's goal, and she is helping the people of Lonelywood.
You notice at this the mention that she's not here and that she's somewhere else. The Chewinga looks dejected on her shoulder. Kind of, it was very cheery, and now it's just kind of.
We're not enough. All right.
And it kind of it pokes Mishan on the cheek, and she turns and looks at it, and he kind of sitting there, and then points at the three of you. Do you want to go with them?
No.
That's up to them if they want to. Would you be willing to take him to her? He wanted to see
Crixus
her.
immediately nods yes. Absolutely. That sounds fantastic. I think she would love to see a familiar and smiling face.
Aranon would say under his breath, but loud enough for everybody to hear. He would just say, "Fuck."
Pull a Geralt. Fuck.
Uh-huh.
When you say smiling face, the Chewinga kind of looks at you sideways, like a dog, like what? And then kind of points at its circles around its face, which is blank. There's nothing there. They don't have facial features.
Lack thereof. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
just kind of shrugs.
We'll take a marker and
Drop. He says, no, no, no.
no. But so Crixus makes room in his kind of the top of his backpack
Oh,
for the Schwinga.
I can carry him in the bag of holding.
Yeah, no, you will not do that.
This is chewing. He holds up his finger for a second, and then he jumps into her backpack, and he pulls out. Comes out, and he's got a climbs back up on her shoulder. He's got a fork, a smaller fork over his shoulder, and a thimble on his head, and he's ready.
All his worldly possessions.
Yep. A fork and a thimble. He's apparently become a fighter somewhere
Awesome.
in his time at the church. He's ready
He's
to
all
go
trained up.
battle with you guys.
Awesome.
So
Trained
then
up.
he climbs on your arm and up your arm, and then he takes his fork and puts it in your bag and takes his hat off and puts it in your bag and just kind of sits on your shoulder.
Awesome. Crixus is really happy about this. Really points back and says to Aranon, "The more the merrier." And then holds his face just like that.
I'm just gonna ignore it.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do in Brynshander? Sell some crap.
So I figure, and we don't actually need to do it over stream, but yeah, we would go to the shop, and I can get you a list of things that I would want to sell, John, and then convert all of our money, or convert money to less tedious.
Color up. Color up so you can leave the table.
Pretty much.
All right. So yeah, we'll actually handle your shopping. Again, there isn't going to be a ton of magical stuff to buy because it's. I will tell you that you're able to come up with 2 potions of. Let's see, it's potion of healing, potion of greater healing, 2 potions of greater healing, and superior is the top, right? So it's the middle ones.
I would discuss with the group who should have what potions, because I have 2 or 3 potions of regular healing. Like, should the healers have the bigger potions? You know, should they take the smaller ones just to be sure they stay alive in case? Like, should the non-spell people have greater potions of healing? That discussion.
So I think our more combat efficient people. So for example, Doc right now would have the potion of supreme or greater healing because he'd need to soak up most of the damage, and when he's in trouble, he needs to get a lot more HP back quick. And then I'm completely out of potion of healing, so I need at least one.
Aranon.
Got a potion of vitality somewhere in there, though. Apparently.
Who knew?
Now that you're no longer exhausted.
Who knew?
So Aranon has 3 potions of healing. He would be willing to.
You get a potion of healing, and you get a potion of healing, and I get a potion of healing.
In a gesture of goodwill, he would offer up 1 or 2 of them to Crixus.
Do you have inspiration right now, Tom?
No.
Okay. I was going to take it away if you did, because that's not Aranon's character. Goodwill.
No, it's not. But he would.
It's more a survival mechanism.
It's survival because he knows that, you know, if he while he doesn't need everybody, if they're going into this big battle, he still needs everybody. So withholding survival from people would not be beneficial to him because Crixus is kind of like the healer of the party. So by giving a potion of healing to Crixus to help keep him up, that in turn almost guarantees that Aranon would have that support in battle.
Okay.
So it's giving for selfish reasons.
Okay. Fair enough. Giving in self-interest.
Yep, basically that's what it would
Absolutely.
be. So I would offer up a potion of healing to Crixus if he's going to
Okay.
give the big ones to Doc.
That works.
Whether Crixus acknowledges him and takes it is another story, but that is what I'm offering.
The afternoon comes. You guys get all your gold and silver and stuff colored up to platinum, the lowest denomination you can possibly carry in coinage. You find these couple of potions, and the time for the rally slash speech comes. And Crixus, they have a nice stage set up. Everyone's gathered in the square. Duvessa Shane steps forward to the microphone, or to the amplifying podium. The podium, not the microphone, the podium. And through magical means amplifies her voice, like through a thaumaturgy, and her voice booms out over the crowd. She says, "Ladies and gentlemen, the dawn has arisen over 10 towns for the first time in decades. The long night is over. But there is still work to be done. The recent unpleasantness with the dragon that has torn through 10 towns. This dragon was defeated by the gentleman you see to my left. They are also responsible for defeating the rock, the transportation, the source of the ability of the Frost Maiden to cast our sky in eternal darkness, night after night after night. I would like to introduce a good friend and a hero of 10 Towns, Crixus." And the crowd kind of cheers, and everyone's in a very, very jovial mood. There was music playing before she started. It was kind of a almost a party atmosphere in the square. Yeah, there's all the cheering for Crixus.
Awesome.
You step
So
forward, and when you
Crixus-
step forward, you kind of, there's like a wow when you say wow when they appear, and you realize you've kind of stepped into a bubble where that's auto, like near this podium that is pushing your voice out like a thaumaturgy spell.
Awesome.
You recognize
yeah,
you
so-
stepped into an amplifying voice magic field.
So then Crixus is just going to kind of recreate the event using the lute and just kind of half talk, half sing the battle, kind of raising suspense when necessary, and really praising the abilities of TBD to destroy the rock. And then Crixus kind of looks over to Aranon as well, and as part of his song, he recognizes that Oral was also training a young silver dragon to continue to bring terror to 10 Towns, and recognizing that 10 Towns just had a dragon scare, and this would be extra impactful to them as TBD destroyed her, next ability to bring terror to
Fly to
10
the
Towns
sky.
and keep it going. Yeah, so just making that a point as well, and kind of just an olive branch to Aranon as well. Like, look, maybe it wasn't a terrible idea, although I feel like we could have figured it out it also could have been terrible if Oro got the Silver Dragon pack. So
Take a point of inspiration for that. That's a good. And as you tell the tale, and the dock going up and dock coming down, and the rock coming down and dock going up and the rock coming down, and there's a lot of audible oohs and ahs and the notable gasp when Crixus was collapsed exhausted at the end. The giant cheer erupted with Aaronon's crit, and the crowd, you really kind of stirred them up and have them ready and willing to do, like, if you wanted them to go storm a castle right now, they'd go with you.
awesome. Maybe we should.
And go back and storm the Dwarven fortress.
Pitchforks and torches.
Take
right?
the whole city of Brynshander to Ythrin. Let's go.
Head back to Castle Grayskull and let's take that.
Yeah. Take her down. Something tells me the whale would. He'd probably be happy. You get a lot of octopuses. Octopi.
There you go.
Octopies. Octopuses.
That's a movie.
It's an octopusy.
Okay, so you do this. The day goes on. There's a party that night. There's a lot of festivities and drinking, and the general mood in Brynshander is one that is very jovial. Doc, is there anything specific you do this night? Or day?
Drinking and laughing.
Drinking and laughing. Lots of drinking and laughing for Doc today. Doc is... Where's Doc's mindset? How does he feel?
What was that? Sorry,
Said, where is Doc's mindset right now? How does he feel? What is he thinking about?
He's just basking in the glory, enjoying the performance, laughing.
Okay. So night goes by, you enjoy yourself. Morning comes again, another dawn, and it's celebrated. And the morning is celebrated. There are people that are actually up before the dawn to see the sunrise. Watching the sunset at night was an event. Like during the party, as the sun was setting in the sky, everyone moved up to high ground to buildings and watched the sunset, and it just go and go and go and go and go. And that moment when the arc of the sun just winks out, the do it again, daddy moment, the whole city erupted in cheers of the sun setting. And then we're all there to see that first light of it in the morning. For any of you that don't understand the do it again, daddy, this is an aged thing. There was
awesome.
there was a commercial back in the 80s, a Lifesavers commercial where a dad and a son were sitting together, and the son winks out of existence, and the little kid looks up to his dad and goes, "Do it again, daddy." So it was, I was just saying, when I said "do it again, daddy," if people don't get that reference, it sounds very bad.
Really dirty.
Yes, it does. So then the celebration goes on and lasts into the morning, and they see the sunrise, and everyone's happy. You guys move out the next day. Eveline was kind of very reserved. She went off into into your rooms that night and was poring over the book because she still has that book. You guys still have the orb. One of you, I think Doc, has the orb. But she was poring over that book.
Yep.
In the morning, I imagine, are you moving out to Lonelywood, to the Belching Dragon, on the way to Revel's End, or where were you going to head?
I think there's two things that Crixus was hoping that would happen here in Brynshander is that Valine would connect with anybody from the Brotherhood that she knew about Aaronon's situation, and if there's any resolution that they're aware of. And then the second is we wanted to stop back at that weaponsmith to see, because last time they had a pair of magical hand axes, and just to make sure if there's anything else there that we need to
The hand axes were in
get.
Luxon.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That was
I'm
Lux-
terrible at
Luskin, not
locations
Luxon.
today.
Not Luxon.
Killing myself.
Was that the
Luskin.
Luxor?
That's the
The
pirate
Luxor.
city. That's
Yeah.
Got it.
much further to the south. You have to take a boat back from Fire Shear down south.
All right,
A little,
one
little
day I'll
down
get
from the
this.
flamingo.
She doesn't find any Brotherhood contacts within the city. She searches for a good hour or two, and then it's at that point she goes, well, let me just study this book, and that's... She doesn't drink at all or celebrate with anyone. She has stuff, and she wants to do yet an answer she needs to find. She wants to try and help Aranon. I almost called you Aragorn.
I take it.
Yeah, he's not as much of an asshole as Aranon is, though. He's just scared. So in studying the book, she believes that the knowledge contained in the book with the magic, with the skilled mage that Valish Gant is, that they'd be able to end this condition on Aranon. She doesn't know how you're going to get him out of Revel's End, or to a place where you would be able to use any magic. She does also, in the morning, tell you guys that she believes in Ythrin there may be an answer as well. That you might not even need to bother with Valish Gant if you don't want to try and go and visit him again. Did you ever explain to her how much of a botch job your first visit to him was? No, you never told her about that.
I
Okay.
would not have mentioned
sure
that
not.
at all.
Yeah.
There would have been hints like,
She would note your general reluctance to go there and say
Mhm.
there may be an answer within Ythrin then.
I would
Yeah.
ask her, like, you say there may be. What
I don't
are
know
the
what's
odds?
there.
What?
I don't know what's in there. There is artifacts, magical artifacts of untold power. Things in there that could help in the battle with Oral. There are things in there that could end this everlasting night that we seem to take care of temporarily. There's artifacts that allow you to control the weather. It was a city of Netherese magic. Magic that was beyond what we know now, that they sought to actually usurp the god of magic and failed.
And
But they
and
felt
what are
that
the
powerful.
odds that what are the odds that you and Valish Gant can fix Aaron? I mean, are we? I mean, I assume we have to get him out of the prison, which means either getting him a pardon or a breakout. So that
I
doesn't
may be
seem
able
that
to-
easy.
He's a member of the Brotherhood, and the Brotherhood requested he be locked away. I may be able to get him out on that alone. It's risky, though. I mean, that's lying to authorities in a prison, and
I
Is there-
mean,
I'm already not on the best terms with the Brotherhood.
Is there anybody there that
Does
would
he-
take a bribe?
It's hard to say. The unlikely, because the staff of the prison is changed out every month for a fresh set of highly trained, highly motivated guards.
I'm
They
gonna
spend
turn
a month
to,
there, and then they're removed from their position so that they are not able to be corrupted over time by any entity.
I'm gonna turn to Aranon and just say, You know how much of a prick that Valishgant was.
Yeah, I
That's
did not
quite a
like.
wild card to take with us into a magical city. And not only split the proceeds one additional way, but also if there's something that he finds that he needs and we want as well, it would likely come to blows.
Yeah, I agree. Releasing him and giving him his power back, especially since he was such a dick, uh, probably would backfire on us.
There is also in this discussion, you are thinking back to several times where you felt warm up here in Ten Towns. One of them was the inn or not the inn. Well, the inn in Tourmaline, the bar in Tourmaline, the bar here, um, and the prison. And the prison was actually very warm, whopping 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's just nice and toasty. Aaron, remembering this, you think it might not be the best idea for you to go in specifically
Mm-hmm.
if you guys do go there. So
I guess we go to. Oh shit! What's the name of the town? Where's the place that we're going to next?
Tourmaline, Lonelywood.
No,
Where are you
I
going?
mean
The bar.
where the magical shit is.
Ythrin.
Yeah. So I say we just skip and go to Ythrin, and if we can't fix me in Ythrin, we go there as a last resort.
I'll tell you, I'm not sure why we go back to the Lonely Wood besides to check in with that.
Someway.
We have a Schwinga, so just stop in there. Aaron, you can give her a kiss, and we'll go on to the next adventure.
Aranon would ignore that. He would say, "Yeah, I suppose we don't even really need to stop at the bar. We can just kind of huck the Chewinga from the road, and he'll make it there."
Tape a message to his ass.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have an arrow and a bow. I can strap him to the arrow and stick him to the door.
You're terrible, Aaron.
What you gonna do about it?
Mail delivery Chewinga. Hell, Aaron, just shoot him through the window.
Message for you,
Into
sir.
the bar.
Through the mail slot, just
through the mail slot. Like a letter from Hogwarts. Whew! He comes whipping in and lands right on Ellie's shoulder. So you guys head out. Are you heading straight towards Ythrin? You gonna stop in Tourmaline maybe in Lonelywood?
I would say stop at Lonelywood just to get rid of the Chewinga, because we don't need him getting in our
Okay.
way.
It would take you the better part of traveling a day to get to Lonelywood. And traveling by these dog sleds with Valine. When you get to Lonelywood, the city's being rebuilt. Not rebuilt. The dragon never actually got there. But the city is building. There's more people here than there were last time. Whether they're refugees or someone pulling up to the belching dragon, there is a cozy fire inside. You can see the orange light coming from the windows, which are solid now. It looks like a solid building. There's a sign that's hanging overhead. There's a wrought iron bar that hangs out, and a sign has just got a dragon's head on it that is belching flame down onto the majority of the sign, and it says the belching dragon inside, and the T, B, and D are highlighted in red. And that, what would you like to do?
I think on our trip
Noise and music coming from inside.
on our trip back to Lonelywood to the bar, I would ask Doc if he would be interested in me setting up my brewing supplies at his bar. Because now that I'm a drunken monk, I have brewing supplies. And I need a place to put it, because I need a place to brew. And no place better than...
Yeah.
No place better than you.
um, so I would ask Doc to, because I'm not going in because I will melt. I'll ask Doc to put it in the basement until I get better, and then I can set it up.
Yeah, and I think we talked about anything else that you want to make room for in the bag of holding. After everything that you sell, if there's anything else that you're not going to need on this trip, that we were going to stash it there so that you have more room for treasure.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely do things like, yeah, I would take out the ingots and I would do stuff like that. Yeah, I'll take a look at my list and I'll kind of move accordingly after the session.
Okay. Crixus, Doc, do you head inside?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay. Who goes in first?
I mean, Crixus would
Doc.
want to.
Okay. Crixus,
That's fine.
You push open the door, and there is suddenly the sounds of a tavern that come pouring out into the night. There is someone playing a lute. There's conversation. There's laughter. Crixus, as you walk in, a couple of things you see. Ellie's behind the bar. She's busy tending, waiting on some patrons. There is a ferry that goes sailing by with a tray on one hand and seems kind of frazzled, not used to doing what they do, and sets the drinks down really quick at a table and then grabs the tray and then goes sailing back the other way. There's a human that comes in side door, and he's got a boar over his shoulder, and he goes walking into the back. Like you would just pull it down. You can see where there was probably arrow punctures, wounds that killed it out hunting. And then the strangest thing that you happen to see come out from behind the bar with a tray full of food balanced in its only hand is this herringon that kind of hops forward and slides the tray onto the bar and mentions to Ellie that this food is ready to go, and then kind of hops back, and it's very easy to notice when he came out. I don't know if you missed it in my description. He was only using one hand because he doesn't have another one, and sets that out on the bar, and then goes hopping back. Ellie looks up. When she sees the food, she looks up and sees you and yells, "Crixus!" and comes running around the bar, nearly knocking over the tray of food that was just left behind, and tackles you in a big bear hug. Not tackles you, but huge bear hug that you squeezes you and stops and backs up. It's so good to see you. Can you believe this? And she points around to the bar. She's like, I've wanted to. I didn't know how to get a hold of you. I didn't know where you guys went.
Seems like you've added some staff for the bar. I'm glad you have some help.
Oh, it's travelers and wanderers and people looking for jobs. It's crazy from all over. I mean, there's a ferry here. There's yeah, they're kind of they come from money in the Feywild, I guess, and they needed they were told to go learn how to not be spoiled. So I said you could serve tables here. That's definitely not being spoiled. That is being at the service of others. So and then I found someone that can do hunting for us to bring in food. He's a ranger. He's actually pretty damn good, but he's it's not what he's typically used to hunting, but he's making do here up in the north. And then I don't know if you saw him. I don't know where he came from. That's very unusual. The rabbit. They aren't from around here. I've had some problems. So some people want to kill him. So I
think-
decided it's better he be the cook and stay kind of out of sight.
Texas has never seen his like before, so
His name's Oscar.
it, well, I'm glad that you found the help that you needed. As odd as it is.
Doc!
And then,
She finally sees Doc behind you and runs over and gives you a hug too, Doc. Are you... Oh, it's good to see you. We have missed you here. I all I could think about was you while we were rebuilding, how much you would like what this has become. And... your laughter's missed.
Yeah, Doc is laughing and says, "This is amazing."
And then her eyes, like in all of it, seeing you and seeing Crixus, seeing Doc, she turns it, and the chewing gum pops out of the backpack just a little bit, and her eyes get really big, and she looks at you, Crixus. She's like, "Is this him? Is this what we found?"
yes, your friend has missed you terribly, and although may not be of much assistance, I imagine somewhat of a busboy potentially.
the, the Chewingo holds up his finger again and ducks back into the pack, and then comes up with the thimble on his head sideways, kind of, and puts the fork over his shoulder and kind of marches out and stands up at attention. She's like, "Oh, you learned to fight, didn't you?" And the thimble kind of flips forward a little bit on its head. Well, there isn't any fighting here. Do you know how to serve food? It kind of shrugs. "Come on, I'll teach you." And he jumps on her hand and she brings him over to the bar. And she goes, "Well, we have customers. If you want to pull up to the bar and talk, are you guys staying for the night, or are you leaving right away?"
Well, we have no intention of staying long term. You may have noticed that Aranon is not able to join us in the bar at present.
Was just gonna ask. How is he?
He's very cold right now.
I was gonna say he's
and
giving
he
everybody
needs
the
to
cold
stay that
shoulder.
way.
He's very cold and needs to stay that way?
Yes,
Uh,
in fact, he's been
when you
cursed.
When you say he's very cold, she goes, "Well, tell me something I don't know."
Fair.
You need to stay that way. He's cursed, and she's cursed. Like,
Oh.
how? Is he outside?
He is, in fact. He is temporarily, we hope, and has become an ice golem. It is the darndest magic, and we've got a friend to help us, but we need to travel far to find a cure.
I see.
So unfortunately, he would quite literally become a puddle, and not from weeping, if we brought him into the bar.
All right. Well, let me. Triss! And Fairy comes flying over with her, awkwardly holding this tray. There's nothing on it. She's like, "Yes! Watch the bar for a minute. I need to go say hi to a friend." "Okay, I think I can do that." And she goes sailing back with the tray. It's kind of wobbling and oversized. And there's a crashing sound as she gets behind the bar. Ellie walks out of the belching dragon Aranon and sees you and Valine hanging out there. So you got yourself into a mess without me.
I'm just gonna smile and shrug my shoulders like, well, Yeah, I'm gonna say you look well. Bar life is suiting you, it seems.
I am well. This is what I needed.
Good. I'm glad that you are happy. But I'm just all sorts of awkward.
Yeah, and she kind of pats you on the cheek, and just like the solid sound of the flesh hitting the ice.
Don't
I
leave it
wish I
there
could
too
feel-
long. My face will melt.
Well, no, she pats you on the cheek and she says, "I wish I could feel bad about this." And then she kisses you on the other cheek. Says, "Good luck finding a solution." And walks away. She just stay around to say hi. She's not warm or cordial to you at all.
I'm gonna turn to Valine and say, I see I've taught her well.
Feline's kind of like, okay. She walks back into the bar. Doc and Crixus, what are you doing in the bar? Anything? Ooh, Jesus. My phone fell.
Find drinks and pocket bacon for the road.
Drinks and pocket bacon.
Uh,
Yes, Doc? I know Jeff's connection stinks right now. He messaged me.
as soon Doc would, as soon as he gets in there, he would start like, his eyes would be running all over the place, seeing what's going on, and then he would probably just start jumping in and helping and tending bar and delivering food and whatever, and just like, this is what it's like. This is a good life, and just jump right into it.
When Ellie comes back into the bar, she walks up to Crixus and kind of notes that Doc is running around doing all this stuff. This, she looks at Crixus. This is kind of what he wanted. This life, look at him. Look at him go. And just notes that he's running around the bar. Do you guys still need more help? I mean, if he wants to... I could probably see if Jacob wanted to go with you guys.
I do not know who Jacob is. I don't
Oh,
think Crixus-
he's our ranger.
That's-
I'm sorry. I apologize. I should introduce you. He does the hunting for the food, but we have other sources for food. There's other hunters within the town.
Well,
That's-
last I know of Doc, it's certainly his choice, but leaving Aranon the way he is not an option for us.
No, I'd like to see him sweat a little bit in that form, though.
To be honest, I don't know if Ernon's sweating it. He's just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, if you came inside, you'd sweat a little bit.
Well, if I came inside. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to think Aranon wants to be in the bar.
Oh, Ernan is very upset that he cannot partake in alcohol in bars and partying. Like that's the one thing that he actually cares about.
That was the frustration with the festival in Brynshander.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Aaron, the ice, he can deal with the ice. He definitely has to be more careful. He's not jumping off a 2-story building to swanton bomb anybody anytime soon.
I imagine Aranon has gotten a nice golden goatee from trying to drink beer or ale at that last party. So there's this frozen golden goatee that's kind of hanging off of him now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a beer goatee.
Yep.
Save it for later.
Yeah. Exactly.
Growing it out for the ladies.
Let me let him do this for a minute. I'm gonna go talk to Jacob. Just see if that option's even open. Because clearly where you're going, you're still going to need some help. And she heads in the back for a little while. Doc, you're running around. You're having the time of your life. This is what you've wanted for the longest time, to settle in. And where's your head sitting? As you're moving around, you're shucking and jiving and pulling taps and sliding beers down the bar and laughing, and you meet Triss in the middle of all of this, and she's somewhat frustrated but bubbly and adapting to serving and stuff. You do happen to catch a vision of Oscar here or there as he comes around to bring some food out. A little unsettling the first time. Anyone just missing a hand is unsettling. But where's your head at? How are you feeling? What are you thinking?
Yeah, Doc is enjoying himself thoroughly, but he's so in the moment that he's not even thinking about tomorrow at this point. I think he knows that he has a friend who's in need, and that would trump everything. But if he knew that his friend was taken care of, he would love to sit and watch sunrises and sunsets over the lake and serve the patrons of the bar. So he's kind of torn between responsibility and something he's looked forward to for a while.
So Ellie comes back and says, sits down to Crixus and says, Jacob would be willing to help you guys, if you like. I personally would love to see Doc here. That's me. So, but I guess I need to ask him. And as Doc goes, he's coming running back to the bar at one point. Nellie kind of grabs your arm, Doc. Doc, stop. Come here. Do you want to stay?
Of course I want to stay.
I was talking to Crixus about this. And if you want to stay, Jacob has agreed that he would go help them find a solution for Aranon. He's good. He's actually underselling himself right now, hunting boar in the woods here. Like, he's better than just a simple hunter, and there's other hunters in this village, so he could better use his skills with them. You could stay here. You look like you want to be here. You look like you belong here. I know we've had conversations about this, and the 2 months we had you, or 2 weeks we had, whatever the timing was, she says, the time that you spent here with us in the beginning, I miss that time hanging out with you.
Aww.
Yeah, Doc would start laughing because obviously it got serious.
Yeah. She kind of looks puzzled. She goes, well, I'm glad you're very happy about this.
Yeah, he would say, at this point, not all of my decisions get to be made by me. I definitely want to talk to Crixus and Aranon about this to make sure that they're okay with that, because it's hard to take on someone new when you don't know anything about them. So.
Oh, for sure. He's a good guy.
So yeah, if I'm working with him tonight, I mean, he's definitely the most courteous person in the building here. And not saying something, and he points at himself, and
Make
you
it-
know that's a joke.
Make an make an insight check when she says he's a good guy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm not good at insight. 7.
No, you just
Picked
think
up
she
on it though.
genuinely thinks he's a good guy. Crix has picked up on it.
Uh,
I feel like I know Ellie pretty well, based
Yeah.
on our conversations about Aranon and the wistful looks that she has and things like that.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
So I see a little bit of that same wistful bliss and stuff like that. So
she's
I can
always
tell how important he might be to her.
falling for the unavailable guys.
It seems you guys need to have a conversation. I'll here, and she hands you each a warm mug of something. Go talk to Aranon, figure out what you want to do. Either
Alright.
way, if you go
He'll grab-
with them, Doc, you go with them, and you'll come back to us here. The Belching Dragon we'll get by without you if you want to go, but if you want to stay, there are options.
He'll
And she
make sure to grab a mug for Aranon, even though he knows he's gonna drink it himself.
okay. So Crixus and Doc come out of the Belching Dragon, Aranon to you and Valine. And Crixus has a mug of something in his hand. Doc has 2 mugs, one in each hand.
So
Yeah.
I'd start out by saying I think we might need to be here a while at night. We've got some real discussions to have, and so I think we should, get together, but also assume that we're going to be here for at least a day.
I would say, so Aranon would be interested, but he'd be wanting to go like first light. So he would probably say like
Spend the
all
night.
of tomorrow and then leave the next day, because I feel like our time is short before Oral finds another means to fly.
I mean, we probably don't need to wait an entire day either. If we can probably
Well-
leave in the morning. I don't know how much we need to do, but we definitely need to have a conversation.
Well, here's a quick aside. If we proceed with Doc, we can leave right away. If we've got to get to know a new traveler and exchange important equipment and things like that, we're going to need an overnight. So I think the discussion probably drives what happens next. But
So
I'm
Doc
not
would
just going
explain
to grab a new
that.
guy by the scruff and put him on the dog sled.
I mean, Doc would explain and kind of summarize the stuff that you guys had probably already heard in bits and pieces all along about, where he was and what he was doing, and how, coming up and meeting you guys was awesome. That gave him purpose and gave him an ability to make some coin and end up with this, this bar. And like, this is exactly what he's looking for. But he also then said, he says that, how important you guys are to him and making sure that Aranon's okay. And he doesn't want to leave you high and dry, and the bar's not going anywhere. We've neutralized the threats for now. So if this is something you guys, need some heavy muscle for, that he is willing to go along and figure out get done what needs to be done. And when that's figured out, then he can always come back. And that it's really up to mainly Aranon and Crixus as far as knowing what they're going to need to make this a successful adventure.
In true Aranon fashion, he would say, "It is truly your choice, but if you come with us, you need to be in 100%. I don't need you to have your mind wandering back to the bar and wishing you were here when we are in perilous positions and needing your full attention."
I can guarantee you my full attention would be doing the best job possible to make it back to the bar. So the bar itself wouldn't be crowding my thoughts. Succeeding the mission would be.
Where does your heart tell you to go? Does your heart tell you to come with us, or does it tell you to stay? Because if Ellie is recommending this ranger person, whoever the fuck he is, he is probably worthy of being in our group. I do not see Ellie risking our lives with someone who is not up to par.
Are you guys planning on? Did we decide if we're going to try the Valish Gant Revel's End thing, or
Nah,
going straight to Yithrin?
I think we're skipping that and going right to Yithrin.
Okay, because I was gonna say if you were gonna do the Revel's End thing, you could always swing back here if things didn't work out. And
I don't want to take Valish Gant to Yithrin.
No.
So, I feel Crixus feels like that is a very risky proposition, having a powerful magic user in a land of magic, and both of us might be vying for the same magical equipment. Especially knowing Valine possibly has a propensity to side with him, this could be volatile.
Mhm.
So, these are the things that are working through Crixus's mind that he is not communicating to the rest of the group, obviously because Valine is still.
I was just gonna say, yeah, Valine's standing right there. You saying that out loud.
But all my communication is predicated along that line,
Along
where
that
I'm
line.
not interested in Valish Gant
Yep.
at this time. I'm
As you guys have this
solely
conversation and say that you're not interested in Valish Gant and going that route, you can noticeably see Valine relax. And you didn't quite realize it, but since his name was brought up, she has been tense. And just now you realize, oh, she's was willing to do it, but was not going to be happy about it.
Would you say that she's been in Tense Town?
Yeah, yeah. Tense. Jesus. Okay. Wow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think then we're all on the same page. The only question is with Doc or with Jacob. Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jacob.
So So Crixus is just gonna say to Doc, "Boy, you need to follow your heart, but it needs to be now and it needs to be complete. If you intend on being back to the bar, and that's where your heart lies, I can't guarantee we will bring you back safely. We do not know where we are going today.
And the
You should
conversation
explore this feeling."
the conversation continues along these lines on the porch to the Belching Dragon. Ellie comes out at one point and serves drinks to you guys. There is a table out there, and there is a section that is closer to the fireplace, the chimney and whatnot, that is radiating some amount of heat that you can set your chairs. Those of you that want the warmth, be near that, and allow Aranon to be further away from it and still remain solid. You do meet Jacob through the night. At one point, Triss does come out and talk to you guys for a little while as well. And so through the course of the evening, you have a good long discussion about what you want to do next, and whether Doc wants to go along or whether Jacob is. He tells you what he has to offer, and honestly, you guys can have that conversation between now and next week, and we will pick up in the morning with whatever the party composition will be, and we'll either have a sad goodbye, or a hopeful goodbye, or a I'll be back moment.
And
So-
in any scenario, Doc will be laughing.
Yep.
Either way, we're gonna have a lot of fun, eh?
A couple of wild and crazy guys.
Oh man, can't wait for the meta discussions after this.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we'll tie it off there. Yeah,
Awesome.
outside the Belching Dragon. The
Awesome.
dream,
Awesome.
the desire, the the awesome home base you guys have now.
Yeah, that
The
is pretty
intrigue.
dope. Nice. All right. Well, that'll do it for this week's session. I'm glad we were able to pop back in. We missed you dearly last week, JC, although we did have some great discussions.
I listened to it. It was fantastic.
That's
It gave
fun.
me a
That's
lot
fun.
of good background info.
100% we're headed to Ythrin now.
I think
What
I
our
have a
team looks like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think I have a map of the Belching Dragon now too.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
awesome.
After this, it just occurred to me what the Belching Dragon probably looks like. In fact, yeah, this is it. This is the Belching Dragon.
If
So
you,
I can actually,
if you give me a drawing,
redraw
John,
this
I
and
can create it in my dungeon draft and create an actual
Yep.
bar.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
Let me know when you're doing that. I want to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I will hit out a rough sketch and hell, actually, I should just take a picture of it and send it to you.
Yeah, whenever you're done sketching it.
Just a picture of what I got, not rough sketch it out again, and let you and Jeff have a good time looking at this.
Be awesome. And then, Tom, you could bring it to life. That sounds fantastic.
Because I have a funny feeling that yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I want to play it that way. It's all good.
Anyway. So, we
Good
are Two
times.
Nerds One Quest. We are here every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. As you can tell, we have a lot of fun doing this. And we appreciate everybody that pops into chat. Mr. Plantlamp was here all session. I saw Elquin was here.
Plant.
I saw Syndica is here. Ice Wizards is here. Ladybug X3 times 3 is here. So yeah, we had a nice little viewing today. Thank
Is
you
that
for
one
popping
female bug or 3 female bugs?
One lady, 3 bugs.
It's a coven of witches.
It's a
3
coven of ladybugs.
Coven of ladybugs.
We're going to be doing show titles after the show is over, so stick around after the ending credits. There's a link here, tommnorm.showbot.tv. Go vote on a title. You've got some good ones today. Support
show
us.
today.
Support us any way you can. Patreon.com/2nerds1quest. We have some fun rewards. I will be updating that. I have some ideas, so I will be kind of messing with that hopefully over Christmas break. Let other people know about the podcast. Podcast comes out Monday mornings, usually 7:30 a.m. is when it drops. What else? Just let other people know about it. Give us some reviews. Reviews wherever you get your podcast from. Usually Apple Podcasts is a great place to leave a review. That gets extra eyes on us and extra ears to the show, and we would love it. We'd love to share this with other people. So we will be back. I am assuming we'll say tentatively next Sunday we will be back. It is the day after Christmas. Does that sound accurate?
The day
That is
after
correct.
Christmas. Yes, that would be
Yep.
correct.
So as of right now, I'm gonna say yes, we're doing it. So pay attention to the Twitter and the Discord. Pop in our Discord, bit.ly/ourfundiscord to get updates and get in on some hot D&D chat.
And it,
Yep,
and
we read
for
it. So
anybody
if you
in,
post something in there, we'll respond.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and for anybody in there, I would love to set up a thread for other D&D podcasts that people are into similar to this. So, spread some word like that.
Yeah, come join our Discord. Share your fun stuff. If you have a channel you want, like where you want to share your own fun creativeness, whether it's drawings or audio or whatever, let me know. I may
Yeah,
have a channel in there already.
Definitely promote yourself.
Yeah, promote yourself in our Discord. Let others, it's just another form of getting eyes on your own stuff. So, with that being said, for me, for the Lazy Dragon, for Mr. Crixus, who seems to be softening on Aranon a little bit, and for the DMJC, we'll catch you next week.
Oh, you make a good couple.
Sure. All right, we're back.
All right. Show titles. If I keep my hands where my sweatshirt is, they don't disappear. And the second I put them out here, things start getting wonky. Start looking like Oscar.
Alrighty. So we got some show titles.
Yeah,
Thanks
they're
everybody for
Oscar.
sticking around. If you are
There
in
you
chat, go to this link I'm about to put in.
TomMNorm.showbot.tv.
Yes, go to that link.
Is
And
my screen black or
nope.
No, it's a fruit.
Black.
No,
it is
now.
now.
You're black. Now you're back.
So we have Golden Draft Goatee. We have DM Brain Farts. We have the Chewinga Goes in the Bag of Holding. Level 8 Chewinga Fighter. A Non-Weeping Puddle. Sitting on a Stump the Dirty Way, which is Kukta's and made me laugh considerably. And Valine's in Tenstown. So vote on titles.
I like the idea of the golden draft goatee. It just came to me when you said he can't drink. I'm like, hey, couldn't he probably spent most of the night trying to and failing? And what would... Oh, the beer would just like start forming a goatee on his chin because it would freeze. Like an icicle.
Awesome.
And I'm like, that's... Yeah.
End up looking like ZZ Top.
Yeah, eventually. You get frustrated and it's like... It would eventually break, though, if it got long enough and you put your chin down, it would hit your chest and snap off.
Yeah, it really would.
You know, it doesn't take a lot of effort to break an icicle. You know this.
Mm-hmm.
You lived in Wisconsin.
I do?
Ooh.
I have a mole?
Excuse me, but does your mole, does it keep moving? I have a mole? I need to watch that.
Oh, it's been too long. I need to see that again.
It really has.
Yeah. I got
Sadly, I think I only have it on VHS.
some... Ooh.
Probably the
Question is,
one. It's probably
do
the
you
one that
still
we
have a
watched in high
VHS?
school.
Player.
In the house, yes. Working, not sure.
You know, do you... It's not... No, you can have the VHS. You can have the VHS player. Do you have a TV that you can hook it to is the question now.
Oh, I
That-
can look into almost every TV now. We've got some kind of converter or something.
all
think of what it's
you
called.
have a Radio Shack in your basement, basically.
Yeah.
All the converters.
All right.
If
So
you're looking for new stuff, you're out of luck. But if you're looking for something old, I got it.
all right. So we have Golden Draft Goatee as our current winner, unless people pop in the next couple minutes and change that. That is our current winner. Looks like both of Cooch's titles got the votes this week. Well done, sir. Yeah, that sitting on a stump the dirty way really got me.
What moment was that?
I
That was when I
Because
I
missed that.
didn't hear him say it, but
he
you
didn't.
guys were working so hard.
I think it was right after I did this. I put my hand in my thing and I was
Oh, good
going around
lord.
like this, and then I think he stuck that in.
Oh, that's awful.
Mm.
Yeah,
Gives
that
a new
was.
meaning to
Unless
word
you're watching
fisting.
chat, he snuck
Ghost
that bad
fisting.
boy in there. Yeah, ghost fisting.
So it wasn't a tree stump that you were referring
No,
to.
no.
No.
I
It
mean,
was Oscar's
that's
stump.
the joke, genius. Like, okay, you could sit on a stump
Mm.
unless you're talking
Mm.
about that kind of stump, and then it's the dirty way.
Yeah. This kind of
I don't
stuff
know how
looks-
it came up. I think just someone said Oscar was sitting or something like that, and then it was just
Yeah.
well, sitting on a stump.
Prayer,
Ah,
prayer,
You're
something on the stump.
you're roboting.
Ah.
We may need to have this discussion off
Probably.
stream if you're roboting. But I do actually end up need to go because I think Stacy's cruising somewhere. I need to look at something. So
All right.
Ooh, let's see if there's somebody we can.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Rock
Yes.
and roll.
We'll dive us into someone. Is Dunaway on right now?
I don't know. That's a good question.
If he's on, we could dump into him. Or
I did not get a notification that he
No.
was on. So my
I
Wi-Fi's
don't know
being
who's
dumb on my phone.
on Twitch right now. Pull up Twitch. Hey, we're on Twitch right now.
We are?
Yeah, apparently.
Nope. Nobody in my list is on right now.
Oh, Baby Metal's on.
Men in
Are they
Blazers is
seriously?
on.
Yeah.
What does Baby Metal do on Twitch?
They play like concert
Seriously?
stuff all the time. Yeah.
No shit.
Yep.
Love
All
me
right.
some Baby Metal.
Later chat, later stream. Peace out.
Baby Metal 2.
All right, guys.